You keep saying, I'll do it someday. But listen, someday is like the friend who always says, we should hang out, and then never shows up. Someday is a ghost. It haunts your dreams and kills your goals. In the next 15 minutes, you're not just going to learn how to manage time. That's boring. You're going to learn how to, and whisper, I own you. Remember when you were a kid and summers felt like entire lifetimes? One afternoon could contain 14 imaginary friends, 6 ice cream cones, and 1 near-death experience from jumping off a couch. Now, blink, and it's Christmas again. You're still paying off last Christmas. This is the science says your brain logs time based on new experiences. As a kid, everything was new. Now your brain's like, cereal again, and hits fast forward. Take a weird route to work. Learn salsa dancing. Start a podcast about worms. Anything to trick your brain into thinking you're not a beige robot. Also, stop overestimating what you can do in a day. You're not a caffeinated squirrel, but don't underestimate what you can do in a year. That's where the magic hides. You, also you, on your deathbed, here's a test. If 90-year-old you wouldn't care about it, maybe don't do it. Try the 2-list strategy. 1. Write down everything you want to do. 2. Circle the top 3. 3. Everything else? That's your avoid like the plague list. Why? Because you're busy doing important things like alphabetizing your inbox while your real dreams are in the corner crying. Kill distractions. Social media, a slot machine in your pocket. You're not catching up. You're gambling away your future in tiny dopamine hits. Every interaction is a deposit or withdrawal. A hey, how are you is a deposit. Ghosting people for 2 years and then asking for a ride to the airport? That's an overdraft. Stop waiting for birthdays to message your friends. Just send a meme, a thinking of you text, or even a badly timed dad joke. Little things build deep roots. Also, suffering together bonds people more than parties. Yes, that awkward group project in college? Trauma bonding, stronger than karaoke night. And don't ignore those weak ties, acquaintances you wave at in elevators. Those people often open unexpected doors, like actual job offers, or at least a good restaurant recommendation. Most careers look like a ladder, but newsflash, that ladder is duct taped to a treadmill. Want a better model? Think jungle gym. Sideways moves, diagonal moves, the occasional oops I fell but learned coding moment. In your 20s and 30s, optimize for learning, not for buying an unnecessarily complicated coffee machine. Each new skill is a lottery ticket for future you. Stack enough and suddenly you're unfireable, or at least mildly terrifying to replace. Use productive procrastination. Avoiding work? Learn Excel. Still avoiding it? Start a side hustle selling ironic motivational posters. Let's get real. Would you rather have 8 hours of high-energy ninja mode or 12 hours of I feel like soup? Sleep isn't just sleep. It's your brain's version of a deep clean. Without it, your decision-making skills are like a drunk raccoon trying to solve a Rubik's Cube. Also, there are 2 of you. Morning you, a productivity machine, and evening you, a Netflix potato. Morning you makes promises evening you cannot keep. Solution? Micro workouts. 10 push-ups here, a 5-minute dance party there. Don't wait for leg day. Just walk like it's stolen. Movement equals clarity. Sitting all day equals adult-sized diaper energy. Want to learn fast? Teach it. Even if you suck, especially if you suck. Teaching forces your brain to actually understand things instead of just pretending to. Plus, nobody trusts that one guy who knows everything but can't explain squat. Pro tip, read biographies. They're like downloading someone's entire life, minus their annoying relatives. Smart people don't try to be good at everything. They're proudly mediocre at most things. It's called strategic incompetence. Try it. Be impressively bad at folding fitted sheets. Nobody will ask you again. Fact, emotions only last 90 seconds. After that, you can't control your first feeling. But the sequel? That one's your responsibility. Think of emotional control like Jedi powers. Calm people run the world because nobody trusts Captain Meltdown during a crisis. Also, vulnerability isn't weakness. It's a secret weapon. Drop the I'm fine act and be real. People trust humans, not human LinkedIn profiles. Gratitude? That's emotional compound interest. Say thank you more often. It's cheaper than therapy and twice as healing. You think making more money will solve your problems. It won't. It'll just buy fancier problems. A raise sounds great until your simple life turns into a Marvel movie plot. Big house, loud neighbors, and an HOA that hates your gnome collection. Want real wealth? Buy back your time. Choose the $70 job with freedom over the $100K job that makes you dream of faking your own death. And please, rent objects, buy experiences. That Rolex won't cuddle you at night. But a trip to Iceland might give you a penguin tattoo and a story. Creativity is like plumbing. Turn on the tap, and at first it's just rusty water. You have to let the bad ideas out before the genius ones can show up. Waiting for the perfect idea is like staring at an oven and wondering why you're still hungry. Shakespeare had tight rules. You can too. Constraints don't kill creativity, they feed it. Pro tip, separate creating and editing. Trying to do both at once is like brushing your teeth while eating Oreos. It just doesn't work. Energy, time. Every meaningful thing you want to do requires juice in the tank. Audit your life. What gives you energy? Morning walks? Great. What drains it? Karen from accounting's 18-minute monologues? Ditch it. Strategic incompetence? Again? Be bad at unimportant things on purpose. Protect your energy like it's the last slice of pizza. And remember, rest isn't lazy. Rest is the factory reset button. Recharge or regret. Networking isn't LinkedIn. It's not collecting names like Pokemon. It's building relationships. Friendship formula, time plus vulnerability plus shared weirdness equals bond. Not rocket science. Best networkers don't take, they connect. They're the plug, the social glue, the ones who make intros that change lives. Water your friend garden often. Don't just show up when your house is on fire and expect people to bring buckets. Mental models help you shortcut decisions. But don't confuse the map with the territory. Life is more complex than your motivational quote wallpaper. Learn second-order thinking. Don't just ask, what happens if I do this? Ask, and then what? Also, inverse thinking. How am I secretly causing my own problems? Spoiler, it's probably caffeine and doom scrolling. Collect patterns, not trivia. And please, for the love of logic, stop putting tomatoes in fruit salad. Knowing it's a fruit doesn't mean you should ruin lunch. Your life isn't IKEA furniture. You don't just follow a blueprint and hope it looks like the box. Think like a scientist. Test, fail, iterate. That's how real-life design works. Tiny changes make big impacts. Change one thing for 5 minutes today. Boom, you're now 0.01% more awesome. Measure success by standards, not societies. Maybe it's time spent with your dog. Maybe it's finally finishing a book. Or eating cake without guilt. Run monthly life audits, like oil changes, but for your soul. Life's not about finding extra time. It's about not using your precious hours on things that make you want to punch a cloud. Everything you just read, it's fuel. Pick one idea. Start now, not later, not next Monday. Now, because someday isn't coming.